Hey everyone, welcome to this 30-minute live, all based around how long does it take to see gym results. So if you're new to the gym or you've been training a little while and maybe you're not seeing the results that you want, over the next 30 minutes, I'm going to be talking about how long does it take to see gym results. Most people quit fitness not because it doesn't work, but because they quit before it has time to work. Today, I want to reset your expectations so you stop feeling frustrated and you start to trust the process. If this is the first time that you guys have seen me, my name is Ross. I'm based in London. I've got over a decade of experience in the health and fitness space. So I've been running these lives over the last few weeks to educate my followers and people on TikTok generally about the gym and about the most common fitness topics. Today, we're going to be talking about how long to see gym results. So, in terms of setting an agenda, we're going to be talking a little bit about myself as an introduction. Then we're going to be moving into what do we mean by results. Then talking about the realistic fitness timeline, what slows results down, how to speed up results you can't see, and then lastly around 7:30 we're going to do a wrap up and then we're going to do a Q&A. So for anyone that is just joining, if you are interested in hearing about how long does it take to see gym results, then please stick around. I've got a 30-minute live. If you guys are finding the live helpful, please like the live. Please ask me questions in the comments. They can be fitness related. It doesn't have to be about gym results. I'll be more than happy to answer the questions as we run through. The most important thing is ensuring that you guys are seeing value from these sessions. So please let me know by liking the live and also as well by commenting, asking me any questions. I can run through them as we're talking through the session. So for anyone that is just joining, just as an introduction, today is all about how long to see gym results. Most people quit fitness not because it doesn't work, but because they quit before it has time to work. So over this live, I want to reset your expectations. Excuse me. So you stop feeling frustrated and you start to trust the process. A little bit about myself. I'm based in London. I've been training and exercising for over a decade. So I've got a lot of experience in this space. And my main goal is ensuring that you guys are getting value from these sessions. And I want to help you guys get in shape in 2026. Excuse me, guys. I've got a bit of a cough, so you're going to have to bear with me as we run through the next 30 minutes. By the end of this live, you'll know what results come first, when visual changes actually show up, and how to know you're on the right track even when the mirror hasn't caught up yet. So, moving into the first topic, what do we mean by results? So when people say results, they usually mean looking different, but the real results come in layers. So what do we mean by results? When people say results, they usually mean looking different, but the real results come in layers. And what do I mean by that? So there are a few different types of results. Firstly, there is weighing differently on the scale. So scale results, weight changes. These are often slow and inconsistent. So usually when you first start going to the gym or exercising, if it's been a little while, you will lose a lot of weight quite quickly because it is a shock to your system. But then you'll get to a sticking point where you pretty much hit a bit of a plateau, that it is quite of a challenge to lose maybe the last half a stone of where you need to get to. These are often slow and inconsistent. They're inconsistent because it depends on what type of food you're eating. When are you weighing yourself in the mornings? How hydrated are you? Is super, super important to always make sure that you weigh yourselves in the morning when it comes to identifying how much you actually weigh on a scale. The next topic about results is about body composition. So body composition could be a mixture of fat loss and muscle gain. So really, really critical here. When you are going through a body recomp, you could be potentially weighing the same weight, but your body looks different because you are losing fat, but you're gaining muscle. That is super critical to remember. You've also got performance results. So you might not look any different in the mirror, but you are able to maintain exercise for a longer period of time. You are able to stay on a gym session for a longer period of time. You were only able to maybe walk and jog a 5K previously, but now you can actually run a 5K no problems. Also with the gym, you can potentially now, when you first started, you were benching 60 kilos for 5 reps. Now you can do 60 kilos for 10 reps. You don't necessarily look that much different in your body, but in terms of your performance, you're stronger, faster, and you're less tired. And the last topic around what do we mean by results is lifestyle results. And this is something that gets overlooked. So you have a better sleep, mood, and confidence. When you exercise regularly, that is going to release good endorphins. It's going to release good feelings inside of your body. That then is going to give you more confidence. Because you've got more confidence, you're in a better space, you're less stressed. That means you're going to have better sleep. Overall, that turns into a better lifestyle result. So guys, any questions, feel free to let me know. But just as a quick recap, what do we mean by results? When people say results, they usually mean looking different, but real results come in different layers. So they come in scale results, so weight changes. They come in body composition, so fat loss and muscle gain, performance results, stronger, faster, less tired, and lifestyle results. So you have a better mood, better sleep, and more confidence. If you only track one type of result, you will miss most of your progress. So again, when people first start exercising, all they're looking at is what do I look like in the mirror? Where in actual fact, they need to start taking into account all of these different aspects of results. Is it a lifestyle result? Is it a performance result? Is it body composition? Is it a scale result? Super, super important to remember those different segments. What we're going to move into next is the realistic fitness timeline. So this, again, is a really, really key point to take note of, because when you first start your fitness journey, it's really easy to start thinking to yourself, how long will it take to see a result? How long will it take for me to build muscle? How long will it take for me to lose weight? But you need to start structuring this and planning it out over a few weeks as a rough guideline for you guys to follow. So in terms of the realistic fitness timeline, in the first 1 to 2 weeks, your body is adapting. You'll feel super sore from all of the exercise that you're doing, but you also will feel more energized. Have you ever dreaded doing a workout before you go? You're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, but then once you get the workout done, you feel a lot more energized, you've got good endorphins flowing through your body. That is what you're going to feel within the first 1 to 2 weeks. So your body is going to be adapting. You'll feel sore, but you will also feel more energized. Sleep and your general mood often improve first. However, it is super, super important to make sure that you are prioritizing sleep. You need good rest and recovery to recover from your workouts, especially when you first start going to the gym, but more importantly, to get the most bang for your buck when it comes to seeing those results. First 1 to 2 weeks we've covered. Now moving into weeks 3 and weeks 4. You will start to notice that you're getting stronger. Clothes may fit better even if the scale hasn't moved. So this is where all of that hard work and consistency, those small 1% that you're putting in throughout the first few weeks, they're coming together. You used to struggle to get through your first few workouts. Now you're starting to get through your workouts, not like a breeze, but they're getting easier than what they were. You're thinking that you've put your clothes in the tumble dryer to get them to fit a little bit more snug, but realistically, it's just that hard work paying off, which is a really, really good sign that you're moving into the right direction. However, your weight may not fluctuate. And this is why it's super critical not to get tied to a number on a scale. If you get tied to a number on a scale thinking, excuse me, that I need to lose half a stone and I haven't lost half a stone, so this isn't working, you need to remember that we are all different heights, weights, sizes and shapes, and you may look different but weigh the same. And the main reasons for that is because you might be going through a body recomp stage where you are losing fat but you are gaining muscle. I'll say that again, weeks 3 and weeks 4. In terms of the progress that you'll see, you will start to get stronger. Clothes may fit better even if the scale hasn't moved. This is why it goes back to when we're talking about seeing results. Is it a scale result? Is it a body composition? Is it a performance result? Is it a lifestyle result? Remember, first 1 to 2 weeks, your body is adapting. You'll feel sore, but you also will feel more energized. Again, the lifestyle results are starting to come through in the first 1 to 2 weeks. Your sleep and mood often improve first. Weeks 3 and weeks 4, you start to get stronger. Clothes may fit better even if the scale hasn't moved. So again, now we're moving into that very early stage of body composition, performance and lifestyle results. Really, really key to remember that. As we're now moving into week 6 and week 8, what results are we expecting to see? Excuse me. This is when visual changes usually start to show up. So you've got your diet locked in, you're doing the 80-20 rule with your nutrition, you're working out hard at least 3 days a week, you're getting consistent exercise in 10,000 steps a day. All of that hard work, 6 to 8 weeks now, this is when the visual changes usually start to show up. And this is also where most people would have quit, right before progress becomes obvious. Let me say that again for anyone that's missed that. Week 6 to 8, this is when visual changes usually show up. This is also where most people would have quit, right before progress becomes obvious. This is why it's super critical to be consistent. Consistency links to results. And why give up? You've put in 5-6 weeks of hard work. See it out. 6 to 8 weeks, that's when you're going to start to have some visual changes. Now you've reached that milestone. What happens when you hit 3 months plus? This is where the real transformations happen. You've gone through that pain period. It takes 28 days to build a habit. but your habits now start to feel normal and your body reflects your efforts. If you've ever, just as a bit of a relatable thing that I can share with you, have you ever, now that we are now adults and you maybe don't see your friends or maybe even your family as much as you want, if you maybe see them once every few months, have you ever seen it where you're working out hard, you then maybe see what some of your friends or maybe your family, and they go, "Oh, you look different. There's something different about you." It's because you've been looking in the mirror every day. You haven't been noticing those small 1% or 0.5% changes over the last few months, and because they haven't seen you, now they say to you, "Wow, you look different." And it's because 3 months plus in of hard work and consistency, this is where the transformation happens. You've gone through that pain period. Your habits start to feel normal and your body starts to reflect the efforts. This is where it starts to get exciting, because if you are willing to stay in this routine, if you are willing to be disciplined, this is what is going to reflect in order for you to get in shape for summer. I've said this earlier on in one of my reels. What you do now in February, today is the 10th of February. What you do now, all of this hard work that you put in now, is now going to determine what you're going to look like in summer. If you want to be in shape in summer, you have to put the hard work in now. I know it's dark, I know it's cold, I know it's wet, I know it's windy, but you need to show up now in order to be in shape for summer. You're going to be in a completely different body. You're going to be in a completely different transformation. Super, super important to remember that. And something that I want you guys to take away is your body changes after your habits become consistent. Let me say that one more time. Your body changes after your habits become consistent. So, if you guys want to make it happen, 3 months plus of hard work, it's only 12 weeks. That is when the transformation is going to happen. And if you guys are stuck on a 12-week program, link in my bio, I've got a 12-week program that you guys can download. I've also got a free 3-day full body split that you guys can download as well. Again, link in my bio if you guys need a bit of guidance with what to do in the gym. So, moving on to my next topic, what slows results down? Again, this is another critical topic that I want you guys to cover. By the way, guys, if you guys have got any questions whilst I'm running through, please feel free to ask them in the comments. If you guys are finding this live helpful, please like the live. It's really important for me to know that you guys are seeing value from these sessions. So, what slows results down? The biggest progress killers isn't laziness, it's inconsistency and impatience. A lot of people, when they get into fitness or they start exercising, they want results yesterday. You've got to think about it. If you are just getting into something, you are not going to become an expert overnight. You are not going to get in shape overnight. If it was that easy, everyone would be in shape. You need to learn to be consistent and patient. I spoke about this earlier on one of my reels, that you need to learn to love the process. If you learn to love the process and build the base of your program around activities that you enjoy, what you'll find is you will stay consistent because you actually like the activities that you do. And that's why if you don't like going to the gym, don't go to the gym. If you don't like running, don't do running. If you like playing football, go and play football. If you like playing golf, go and play golf. If you like swimming, go and swim. If you like hikes, go and do hikes. There's so many different ways that you can exercise and get fit. It's not just lifting weights in the gym or running on a running machine on the treadmill. So, what slows progress? What slows results down? The biggest progress killers isn't laziness, it's inconsistency and impatience. Consistency and patience, hard work, you're going to get there. I promise you, hard work now, you'll be in shape in summer. So the common issues, what slows results down? If you're training hard 1 week and then you're disappearing the next, goes back to the inconsistency factor. You can't show up to the gym or exercise consistently for 1 week and then disappear for 2 weeks. You need to show up week to week. You need to make it happen. Again, you guys are probably not going to want to hear this next point, but what slows results down is eating too much or too little. Depending on your goal, you need to make sure that you know roughly how many calories that you're having each day. Go online to a TDE calculator, fill out your information, then just get an idea of what you guys are having day to day. Then you can identify if you want to go in fat loss, this is my maintenance calories. I need to be 250 calories underneath it. I want to build muscle, I want to put on weight, I need to be in a slight surplus, 250 calories plus. If you are not tracking your food, there is not a right way to know if you're eating too much or too little. And trust me, you don't need to eat as much food as what you think you do. Back in the day, when I was super skinny, I was eating constantly. And now I barely eat and I maintain the weight that I'm at. So super critical that you know how many calories that you're having day to day. Thank you, Chris, for liking the live. Really appreciate the feedback on that. What slows results down is not sleeping enough. You are not going to get a medal around your neck for sleeping 5 to 6 hours, getting 5 to 6 hours of sleep every night. You need to be getting at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep. We need sleep in order to recover, in order to perform, and even just for our general health and fitness. We need to sleep. I don't even need to explain it. If you are sleeping below 7 hours every night, you are not getting enough sleep, period. Another common issue around what slows results down, expecting daily progress. You are not going to see progress every day. Even if you see quite a difference in your body 3 months in, that is not going to happen every day. Just stick with the habits, stick with the routines, and the bigger results will look after themselves. And the last thing around what slows results down is comparing yourself to others with different genetics, schedules, or history. So you can't come in here right now if you've not gone to the gym before, go to the gym for 3 months and then compare me to you. Just like you can't go into the gym or compare yourself to a friend who's been exercising for a good number of years. You need to think that you're in your own lane, is you versus you. We are all on a different path. We all have different genetics. Some people don't even need to go to the gym and they're in good shape. Some people barely run and they can do a 20-minute to 25-minute 5K without even trying. We are all built differently and we all need to think to ourselves that we've all got different genetics, starting points. We just need to stay focused on what we're looking to achieve. And the key line that I wanted you guys to the key line that I want you guys to take away here is you don't need more motivation when it comes to seeing results. You just need a better system. A better system is controlling all those variables like sleep, how much you're eating, training hard consistently, and understanding that you're on your own path. So the next topic that I wanted to talk about is how to speed up results. And if you want to speed up results and you want faster results, don't do more, just do the basics better. And what do I mean by doing the basics better? Train at least 3 days a week consistently. Prioritize your protein, 1 gram per pound of body weight. I'm 82 kilos. That is 180 pounds. I need 180 grams of protein each day. You can do the calculations for yourselves. Make sure that you are hydrated, drinking 2 to 3 litres of water every day. Not in the mornings, space it out throughout the day. There is a direct correlation between being hydrated and performance in the gym and being hydrated and being hungry. Sometimes you're not hungry, you're just dehydrated. Core principle, make sure that you are prioritizing progressive overload. Don't just show up for the sake of showing up and expecting great results. You need to push your body, drive through these workouts in order to see results. And you need to make sure that you're taking rest days seriously. You can work hard, but you need to make sure that you are taking the days off when you need to. If you are not taking days off, then what you're going to end up doing is you're going to end up overtraining and you are going to end up injuring yourself. So make sure that you're doing 3 days a week consistently, 10,000 steps a day, and that you are taking the rest days that you need in order to rest, recover, and grow. And lastly, the core principle is track your strength, measurements, and photos. So really critical to track your workouts. If you are tracking your workouts, what you can then do is you can then see how far you've progressed from month 1 to month 3. Take measurements all over your body. Sometimes, like I said, you don't change your weight. But if you check the size of your biceps, check your chest, your legs, you'll then start to see, wow, I've actually made progress. I've lost some inches, I've gained some inches. I'll look at this picture 3 months ago. Let's take a picture 3 months later, a month later. Wow, I actually can start seeing those changes between those 2 different pictures. Don't just be focused on the number on the scale. Super, super important. And remember that consistency beats intensity every time. So just one key topic just to cover. We've got just under 5 minutes left. If you guys are liking the live, please like the live. If you guys have got any questions, please put them in the comments. After this next topic, I'm then going to finish up with a Q&A and a quick wrap up. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about is the results you can't see yet. So the most important changes happen before the mirror rewards you. So going back to tracking the different layers of progress. So what you need to think about is showing up when you don't feel like it. The weather at the moment is shocking, but if you can keep pulling yourself up and showing up every day, the hard work you put in now is going to pay off and is going to come through in summer. Aside from the hard work that you're putting in and the results that you're seeing very, very slowly, you're going to get a better mood. You're going to sleep better. You might see some changes in your clothes. You might, feel overall a lot more confident. But you're going to start feeling stronger a lot mentally. This as well is going to build discipline. This is going to help you in other aspects of your life. You're going to reduce stress. Again, helping you in other aspects of your life. And when you start to exercise, you're going to start to see yourself differently. You're going to start to be a lot more confident. You're going to start to feel a lot more outgoing. So by the time you see the results in the mirror, the work has already been done for all of that hard work and consistency that you've done over many months, and it's just accumulating. So, got around 2 minutes left, guys. If you guys have got any questions, please put them in the comments. I'm just going to answer some very commonly asked questions when it comes to how long to see results. So firstly is, why isn't the scale moving? The scale isn't moving because fat loss isn't linear, and muscle gain, water and hormones all affect weight. What if I miss workouts? One missed workout doesn't matter. Quitting because you missed one missed workout does. Remember, one workout is not going to affect your progress that much. Quitting because you missed a workout is going to have a huge impact. Or missing one workout consistently every week is going to have a huge impact. And how long will it take before people notice? So you'll feel it first in your body. Others usually start to notice it around that 6 to 8 to 12 week mark. So just as a quick wrap up and a call to action. So if you remember one thing today, let it be this. Fitness rewards patience, not perfection. And I want you guys to commit to at least 30 days of being consistent. That could be exercising, that could be tidying up your diet. I want you guys to track how you feel, not just how you look. If you need structure, accountability, or a plan, that's what I'm here for. I've got a 12-week plan. I've got a 3-day free full body split that you guys can have a look at. I'm on hand here as well, guys, to provide coaching if you guys need that extra support. Don't quit on a timeline that hasn't had time to work yet. I'll say that again. Don't quit on a timeline that hasn't even had time to work yet. But I want to thank you guys for watching this live over the last 30 minutes. I really, really appreciate the feedback, the engagement. I really enjoy sharing my knowledge. I'm going to be back online tomorrow for my next live at 7 p.m. Thank you guys for your time today. Have a lovely rest of the evening. Any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you. Download my free guide on link in bio, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.